one thing with these waivers for to help take care of people who are disabled, brain injured, and mentally ill are these wavered out agencies that are contracted through human services in the counties. Is the wavered agencies are picking and choosing which mentally ill clients they will and won't take, and what towns in the county they will and won't go to if they're not in the primary town, the busiest town. And that deteriorates the quality of our life because a lot of us, if they just don't like the client, the staff are refusing to staff the client. And it's particularly bad for me because a lot of people discriminate against me because of slander that is untrue. People just discriminate against me, and other people like me, and excuse me, sorry. So they just yeah, that was funny. So they just refuse to take me, and then I do not get services, and I sit here without a worker for 4 or 5 months while my social worker yells into the phone at me, "No one will take you. No one will take you. No one will take you." And I have PTSD, so that type of degrading and abuse makes my PTSD symptoms flare. And when services just get to pick and choose who they will take, that absolutely is discrimination. If someone wouldn't take someone because they were black or Asian or Muslim or a different religion, that would be not allowed. And Department of Human Rights or Civil Rights or something would take a complaint from that person. But because I'm white and just mentally ill, people are allowed to discriminate against me because I'm not protected from it at all. Um, White people and Christians and mentally ill people are not protected classes from discrimination. And I'm not saying black people or Muslims or Asians should not be protected from discrimination. I'm saying that mentally ill people are very discriminated against, and you'll see in the news that they're constantly blaming someone for doing something because they're mentally ill. So somebody commits a crime and they point out that person's mentally ill as if they committed the crime because they're mentally ill. It's just because mentally ill people are doing this. So it's like a hasty generalization. Um, we've got to solve this problem. Mentally ill people, it's because of mental illness. Mentally ill people are the problem. And not every person with mental illness does criminal activities. A lot of people with mental illness don't have any really issues at all with the law or a lot of things. A lot of mentally ill people function just fine in society. They take their meds and they go about their day, work and everything. The mentally ill people who have problems are the people who have chaos in their life because their families are not supportive and treat them bad, and there's nobody to be in their life, and nobody's ever there for them. And that would be with any normal person. If a person sat in their house all alone all day and nobody called them or visited them, and they were in poverty, that person, even if not mentally ill, would have a lot of problems, especially if their family was also verbally abusing them all day long, blaming them for everything. Every time they got in a fight with their sister, whether their sister was the blame of the problem or not, they got blamed instead. their family sent them to mental hospitals or to jail fraudulently, that person would have significant problems. Um, just because a person is mentally ill doesn't mean that they are a problem, and that is the way it's perceived. That people with mental illness are a problem, and it's not that just because they have a mental illness they're the problem. And that's like saying because a person is black, they're more prone to be a problem. So it's like saying because this person is has a mental illness, they're more prone to have a problem, and that is not specifically true. That is discrimination.